The first goal scorer of this brand new Premier League season, but he got his goal after missing a golden chance as well, but kept going, kept his head up.
Yeah, well, we said at half-time, that's part and parcel of a striker's job. You do miss chances, but you've got to keep coming back for more, and that's the mark of a very good striker. I thought this was brilliant from Jesus, you know, winning the ball back, and then the little nutmegs there, little run, feigning inside. That would have been a great goal if it wasn't for the block. But Wrighty, we did think he should have ran round that on his right foot and opened the goal up.
Everything about the way this comes to him says, as a right footer, you're just going to come on and just slot that in there. You know, whatever happens there, Steve, you just want to hit the target. Goalkeeper's not saving that for you at the target.
The only way he hits it into the corner with his left foot there is if he hits the goalkeeper. It's just not a left-footed finish. But this goal was really worked on the training pitch. Yeah. We highlighted it again at half-time. Yeah. This on the edge, 2 against 1 and Zaha. Again, Jesus almost pinning his man, keeping that space, that big space, where Zinchenko's going to move into, and then that is a wonderful header back into the danger zone.
It's brilliantly works because you can see the defender, all of a sudden, once the ball comes across, he thought, I'm going to leave Gabriel Jesus. It's too late. When you look at that amount of space, you think, well, that's too much space for them to have. And then all you need now is a very good delivery from Saka, and he done it. It was brilliantly worked.
They still should be able to defend the second ball, though. Zinchenko's not in... It's a dangerous position, but it's a loopy ball. He's never going to score direct. He can only head it back in. Nathaniel Klein was at fault in the centre. I mean, they still should have defended it. But fair play to Arsenal. And I think only Liverpool and Manchester City have scored, you know, more set-piece goals since the start of last season.
Corners, yeah, since the start of next season. It's something they've been working on. Now, you mentioned before even a ball was kicked, even going back to last season, about Palace not taking their chances.
Yep.
We saw that again.
And it's you know, something that should be very frustrating for Patrick because they play such good football and they get themselves back in. That, for me, for a centre-forward, it's a very timid and poor header. Look at him, he's trying to guide it, he's taking his head away. He should be getting onto that and driving that into that post there, where the goalkeeper has to come across, Steve. That's why we're always told, head it back where it's coming from, you get the power on it, bam. This one, when you look at this from the other angle, Mike, as soon as we saw this, we're thinking, he's got to lift it into the right-hand side of the goal. Goalie's on his way down, you have to lift that. Watch it here, watch it, look at the space. Bam. Just lift that over there. The goalkeeper's already on his way there. Those chances you can't miss. You have to take them.
Yeah. Just needed height. That was it. Just a bit of height. Just lift it over the goalkeeper. I mean, it was an unbelievable little darting run and a great ball from Zaha as well. Yeah. Lovely little combination played, but the first touch was OK, but it's pretty simple finish, really. You only have to lift it a yard or so off the floor. Yeah. And it's a goal, so he'll be kicking himself, because that's a couple of big chances Palace missed.
At that point, were you a little fearful at 1-0?
I was, yeah, because like Michael said, 1-0's not the kind of score, no matter how well you're doing. It wasn't like Arsenal were doing great, because Palace were very much in the ascendancy. So you were frightened of it. I actually said, you know something, if this is 1-1, I'll take that. But then, you know, they got the second goal. But like, yeah, you're a bit fearful, because I was thinking, are they going to crumble under the pressure? I thought they didn't, because of the chances what were missed. I thought they defended very well. But then you need that second goal, Steve. You need the second goal to just take the full steam and take everything out of the Palace fans, out of the players, and then you just see the game off, and they got it.
And a little word as well for the Arsenal goalkeeper, because we've said big chances that they've missed, but you know, he's been there to save them. You know, sometimes you need your goalkeeper in big situations, and all of a sudden he's creeping up there and becoming a very, very good goalkeeper, and he saved them again today.
But the thing is, you look at it, with those chances, Mike, you know, if we're playing in that game and you had those two, Eze's chance and Odson Edouard's chance, if you're leaving, when you get on the bus, Steve, you're gutted about them chances.
I won't be sleeping tonight.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the second goal. Unfortunate for Guehi.
Yes, it was. The ball was, you know, whipped hard by Saka. You know, and this is the style of play now. Left-footed player playing on the right-hand side. It happens all the time. But he goes down onto his right foot and then hits it with a lot of power. Guehi couldn't really do much about it, and that sealed the deal, really. But yeah, an unfortunate one for Palace. But I think, on balance, it was probably well-deserved from Arsenal.
OK, let's go back to Selhurst Park, and just as we did before the game, delighted to speak to Emmanuel Petit. Did you enjoy that? What did you make of your former club, Arsenal?
I'm very happy with the result. I'm happy as well with the performances. I was not very happy at the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half as well, because I thought Crystal Palace was very close to score and to come back into the game. So, but so far, starting with a win away from home, 2-0, no goal conceded, no injury players. So I think it must be a very good night for Arteta and his players.
Did you see a bit more of a maturity about Arsenal tonight when they were in front?
Well, I really liked the first 20 minutes of the game from Arsenal. I think they put the defense under pressure, and they play in the half, and they try, to make movements, quick passing, try to make occasion, and I think they should have scored the first 20 minutes, but and then Crystal Palace came back into the game, and this is exactly where Ramsdale make 2 great saves. At the end of the first half and at the beginning of the second half. For me, that was crucial for Arsenal to keep their goal without conceding a goal. So I think it was not an easy game because Palace, they fight back and they did great sometimes, but instead of Arsenal, they were not clinical in front of goal. So yes. I think that was the big difference tonight.
Manu, they gave William Saliba the man of the match, French international now. Everybody was talking about, we put him out on loan too many times, and he was magnificent. Was you impressed with him tonight, Manu?
No, because I saw him, I watched him last season, or the whole season with Marseille, and he shows so much maturity in his game, leadership as well. He has improved a lot in terms of personality and character on the pitch. I think what's happening, since he signed for Arsenal, I think he didn't know if he had to come back to Arsenal this season or stay with Marseille because they were playing. They are going to play the Champions League. But I think I don't know what you think about that, Michael and him. But as a former player, I really like the X factor. When you play with the feeling of revenge. And this is exactly what he's doing since he came back to Arsenal in England. He has something to prove to himself, but to prove as well to the club and to the manager. And what he's done last season for Marseille has been great. This is why he was named into the national team with Didier Deschamps. So he shows so much maturity on different aspects, so I'm not surprised at all.
Nice.
Manu, in terms of Arsenal again, they're still a long, long way from getting back to the glory years of your team. But do you see signs with this team of some progress, some positivity? Arsenal fans may be thinking, now we're on the right track, or do you still think it's a long way away? Yeah,
it's a long way to go. It's the first game, so I know that they've been struggling last season, especially away from home. And we all remember what happened, end of April here, when they were losing 3-0. They were hammered by the Eagles. So I think it's very nice what happened tonight, but it's too early to say anything about Arsenal. I want to see, because the next few games coming into the schedule for Arsenal, it's open, for them. So if they can win 2 or 3 games in a row instead of having troubles, in terms of results, I'm pretty sure that I will give a lot of confidence to the team. Yes. And the transfer market is not over yet. So I'm pretty sure as well that some players are on their way to come to Arsenal.
Manu, great to speak to you tonight. Thank you very much indeed.
Au revoir, Manu.
Take care, my friend.
Dear, that is one part of that great Arsenal midfield, of course, of that golden era. Here's the other half. He's now the Palace manager, Patrick Vieira.
Obviously not what you were looking for, but what did you make of it?
I think the difference between the two teams today is that they scored those goals and we created 2 really good chances to score, and we were in a really good period in the second half, and we didn't take our chances. So of course disappointed, because I think that we could score a couple of goals today, even if we didn't create very much. But the difference is that they take their chances and we didn't.
Is it even more frustrating? The first goal is from a corner again, and also you said to us pre-match, we take our chances tonight, we've got a good chance.
Yeah, but football is about try to score goals, and we played against a good side, and we had great chances in both half, and we didn't take it. So in the game, you get punished really hard.
Also, as well, within the game, did you set out to frustrate them? Also, well, to disrupt their rhythm. Did that part of your game work well?
You know, it's really difficult to control the game when you play against a team that have so much quality technically. They had really good period, even I think in the first 15, 20 minutes. After that, I think we had the ball, we had situation, but we didn't create very much. But in the games like that, there is a key moment. And in those key moments, we didn't score that goal to lift the crowd and to build even more in those momentum. And this is something that we have to work on.
You said you had your own question marks over it and you wouldn't know until after the game. What did you make of the fitness levels of your players?
I was really pleased. I think physically we work hard until the end. Of course, you know, you have to run a lot against those kind of teams, but I was really pleased with the physical side of the game.
As well as the negative result, is there lots of positives for you tonight?
Yeah, of course. I think we have to be positive because both teams didn't create a lot of chances. And again, if you want to win football matches, you have to score goals. And when you play against those teams, you may not going to create a lot. So the small chances that you create, you have to score those goals.
Patrick, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you.
Understandable frustration in front of goal.
Yeah, we'll have to wait in goal. This is why the strikers get the money, man. Because like those, you take those half chances, it changes. Because you look at Palace. If I'm Patrick to those players, I'm probably going to say to them, listen, you know, Arsenal did play well in the first half, but we didn't play great. We done some good stuff in the second half, but we created chances where we could have won that game. So that's against an Arsenal side. What they've got to do is they've got to take those chances. And they've got to take from that game the fact that they didn't play as great as they would like to have, but they could have still got something out of the game. You have to say something like that, otherwise people start feeling down. There's nothing for Palace to feel down about because it wasn't like half chances. They were very good chances, clear-cut chances. And he was right. There wasn't a lot of chances in the game. Palace had just as good chances as Arsenal. In the end, Arsenal got the luck of their second goal, whereas Palace created two great chances that they should have scored.
I just wonder, do you think Palace have enough within the ranks now? Or is a clue perhaps today that Christian Benteke has left? He's actually gone to join Wayne Rooney in MLS in Washington. Could that create a vacancy? Could they perhaps do some business up there before the winter?
It could do, yeah. I mean, it's been a problem for them for a long time. I can't remember the last centre-forward that played there, probably you. but a player that scores, you know, 15, 20 goals, I mean, you just don't, they don't come along very often. Now, they have got one or two players back fit. They have got one or two dangerous players. They do, you know, they do create the odd chance. I mean, as Wright said,
done well when he came, when he looked like he had a presence.
But they just need someone that's a reliable source of goals. You know, you thought Benteke was going to be that person, but he just didn't work out. They need to find that person. As you say, now they've moved him out, there might be room to move someone in.
We shall see. Watch that space in terms of now and the end of the window. But a winning start for Arsenal, no doubt, much to the delight of their manager, Mikel Arteta.
Congratulations. What was the most pleasing aspect about that performance?
Coming out of this game with 3 points, obviously, and with a really positive start, it's tough to win here. We had some really good moments, especially in the first half, where we probably should have scored another one or two. We didn't, and really pleased as well, because there are going to be moments here where the game becomes really, really physical. They're going to put you under pressure, and we managed to deal with that.
What was the big difference between your performance today and the one here in April?
Probably the determination that we showed right from the start. The team came here to play the way we want to play. We were really dominant. We were a threat. We looked really lively and sharp from the beginning. And then again, what I said is when we felt under pressure, we coped with that with resilience.
You looked like you meant business from the very first whistle today. Did you get that feeling as well watching them?
I had this feeling for the first few weeks since we started the pre-season that the boys are ready, that they look hungry, they like... with that mentality that they really want to win, and to come here again, credit to Palace, because they are really difficult to play against, and they proved that last season, especially against the big teams.
Dominant first half. Palace had a bit more of it in the second half, but you stood firm and saw the game out. Is that just as pleasing as the way that you started the match?
And clean sheet in this league is crucial to win football matches. They have so much talent. Every team is going to have threat and different ways of creating issues against you, and we managed to keep a clean sheet, and when you do that, you have big chances to win football matches.
3 debutants today. Talk me through what you thought of all of their performances.
Really good. Willie, I thought, he was phenomenal. His partnership with Gavi, the understanding, the relationship with the back four, for him to play his first Premier League game away from home at Palace, really credit to the boy because he stood there with big presence and with a lot of composure especially.
And the other two as well, Alexander and Jesus?
Both of them, I think, the way we started just simplifies how hungry they are, the risk that they take, the initiative that they give from the game. They are really big additions for us.
Personally, Zinchenko, his movement...
The thing that he gives is that adaptability and versatility, and it's something that we don't have. We have other qualities, and he came in and he really helped the team to get the game close.
Everyone's focused on the goals that Gabriel Jesus is going to bring, but it's about a lot more than just that. He didn't score tonight, but he had a great performance.
But still, the game that he played right from the start, it's just a nightmare for the defender because it's electric. He never stops. He's always in your shoulder. He's ready to go with and without the ball, and I'm really pleased with his performance.
And just finally, I know you said it's good that fans are excited about the start of this season. They're going to be even more excited after that start.
That's good. That's what we want: positive energy and drive, and they are with us, and they're gonna help us a lot. And thank you again because they came here and they were really, really loud and excited today.
Top man, thanks, Mikel. All the best. Cheers.
Mikel Arteta describing Gabriel Jesus in particular there as electric. What did he add to Arsenal tonight?
Well, it's the link-up play. It's the positions he takes up. It's the way he can bring people in, and the way he's a threat in the box. You look at he's closing. He's already looking. You see how he's closing that down. Look, he's going to cut this side off, and then you just watch him. Look, he's one of the best in closing down. It's like, you know, the Brazil manager said it, and Mikel said it as well. You look at him here. Look, he just sensed it, and he's in. And this was great play from him. You know, I was desperate for him to score this. Again, he's in the box. He's holding his link-up play again. Great play. It's something that we've needed for Arsenal. Somebody that can be a presence outside the box in the way they link, but get into the box, get into the areas to cause problems. And when you look at him and the way he plays, he's continually causing problems. He's continually pressing, closing people down. And, you know, he's going to score a few goals for us. You can see that. You know, brilliant play. I believe that Odegaard, I don't know what he's doing there. He's got to take the defender down. And that is what's going to be a massive, massive for Arsenal.
That gives you an idea of just where he was around the...
He plays for 5 minutes. He's going to give you the very, very best 5 minutes he's got, and he always does that. He doesn't play any other way. He's going to be a massive addition to the team.
More than just a goal scorer, isn't he?
Yeah.
He does a lot outside the box, helps his teammates, closes down, a lot of energy about him. I think he's going to be a brilliant signing for them.
And just nudge Arsenal up a level with all that attributes that Wright has been talking?
I think so, yeah, I think so. I think there's a few players in there now that are just going to nudge this team further and further. And as we mentioned before, it's quite a young team. They're going to... If I was an Arsenal fan, I think Wright used the words green shoots that are there, and I really do think they're there. So, yeah.
So important at the start of a new campaign.
It is, but, you know, like I say, they've had a good pre-season. They've taken it into the game. I think they got very fortunate with the chances that Palace missed, but at the end of the day, they've got the 3 points, and it's a good start, and that's all you want to start well and don't get carried away with everything and then see where you're going in another 3-4 games.